passing. Like they just weren't connecting on any passes, and it sucked.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like this conversation is going to be more like, what are we going to do, and not like talking about the game.
What are we gonna do? What do you
Like,
mean?
what are we going to do as this last segment? Because I mean, I agree with what your initial sentiment was last night. Like, I don't. We can talk about it if you. I mean, the only thing I don't have anything really to say about it, just because it seemed like they just beat them. Like I don't.
They were the better team on the ice.
Yeah, like that. It seemed pretty simple, and so unless you had something to like go off about that you think,
No, I mean
like,
not
go
unless you
off
guys
about.
like asked me a question and I could probably talk about it. But like I didn't take my takeaway was the Capitals played better and like I don't know, I could be very pop about it. It was gross. I got really drunk. The atmosphere was fun for the first two periods, and the third period everyone got like quiet. And
Yeah.
then people started leaving when they got the goal.
Did you find any like way to try to get like sound bites of?
No, I just been working on I just cut up all the audio just now, like all the from yesterday. I haven't looked at it and done that. The riff calling or the calls. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. Uh,
My internet was so shitty though yesterday that I cut out my like garage being cut out like halfway through the first segment.
Wait, what?
My internet was so shitty that it like glitched mine that did the same thing as Levin's has done, and it like just stopped recording me like halfway through the first segment, so the whole like almost the whole show like mine didn't record.
Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so there's a few like glitchy spots when where I talk in the beginning, but otherwise it sounds okay so far. But my voice in that first segment is spotty.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, luckily I didn't say anything too much last night anyway, so I'll be
Um,
right back. My mom just got home. She's calling me.
that's fine. I'm trying to figure out how to find these clips.
Cool. I don't know if we deserve to lose.
Presented to you by Boeing. Enough for Braden Holtby. Will only allow the third period goal to Boone. He gets hit there. Pass across. Pass back down by Petrangelo. Both Brown and Carter led the club with 8 power play goals.
Idea it was, but it was a good one and a bad one. We all went down the river on these inner tubes, tied all these inner tubes together, and spent the day floating down that river, singing Bob.
Of Holtby. Alex Ovechkin one-on-one against Merrill. Ovechkin accelerates in. Toe drag's gorgeous! He scores! Alex Ovechkin. Dangalicious! We knew he was due. The grade 8 with a spectacular goal. One of the nicest we have ever seen. Ovechkin accelerates in. Toe drag's gorgeous! He scores! Alex Ovechkin, Dangalicious! We knew he was due. The grade 8 with a but a highlight reel. All their energy to this game, both teams.
I guess I'll see you later. Are you leaving like right now? No, I'll see you later.
Directed on goal. Score!
Yeah, good. Podcast. Goodbye.
Away from Zidlinski. Drop the puck, leads to it.
All right, I found this YouTube video that I can download the MP3 of it and send it to you. At least it has 2 Capitals goals so far in it. One by Ovechkin. It's not from last night, but it's just like calls that you can hear,
that's
like
what I was
Ovechkin
thinking
scored. And it has a bunch of like random, just like goal and like scored like screams and everything. So you could just put like a couple of those together.
Yeah.
There's at least I marked one on this notes, and so when I like send it to you, I'll send it to you with a note that tells you the times of the Washington goals.
Okay.
Because I have 2 so far. I think one from Kuznetsov and one from one where he's clearly talking about Ovechkin because he calls it Dangalicious.
He's not the best dangler. Yeah, well, Ovi scored, Oshie scored, Kuznetsov scored, so any of those are good. And then Tom Wilson.
Who all scored?
Tom Wilson, TJ Oshie, Ovechkin, Kuznetsov.
Not Brower. Fuck. Okay, well, there's another one. Any word from Andrew?
Nope. Haven't heard from him since I left last night.
Well then.
Ovechkin trying to follow up. Loose puck. Richard Clark. Bonino going in down with the King. Crosby around behind for Cullen. Touched on the boot.
All right, yeah, there's 3 Capitals goals.
Okay, cool.
Don't know about you. I mean, how do you feel? How do you want to handle this?
What did you guys? I guess I haven't heard the ending of yesterday's. What'd you guys end like?
We talked about Kawhi and Pop. We talked about Belichick and Brady. We talked about managers.
We talked about them after I left.
Yeah.
Okay.
We talked about managers in baseball getting fired, or teams in general firing coaches that early. I don't know. We covered a decent amount at the end there.
Yeah, I saw the tweets today, and I saw they tweeted about Brian Price, and
yeah.
I mean, that was the worst start for a Major League Baseball team franchise since 1885.
Okay, yeah, but you couldn't have, like, if you're ready to go in, like, I don't know, I'm just make a fucking decision. Like, he can start bad, but it's a long season. Give him the season. Like, is bringing in another manager going to really turn your team around if you've had that bad of a start? Is your manager like, or
I
are you
agree.
just
I think
using him as a
him.
scapegoat?
No, but I think get rid of some problem, alleviate something. That guy's been there for 5 years and he's done nothing.
I don't disagree with you, but if you're going to do that, why do you wait until 2 weeks into this season to fire him? Why not come in with a new coach?
Well, as far as the Reds are concerned, they had a bunch of those players that were hurt last year come back this year, and he thought that with those guys that were hurt being back, that might help out Brian Price, but clearly that didn't at all. And I don't know. Dude, it goes back into that, like, how important are coaches at this level? Because they just don't have any pitching. And that team sucks from top to bottom. So, like, is it really the manager's fault, or is it more someone else's fault?
That's what I'm saying. Just like there's a couple faults here, and I think one is it really the manager's fault? Like, you look at the team, are they going to be doing any better than this with a different manager?
It's because they're so set on keeping Joey Votto.
If this team does look good enough, and you're like, oh, they'll do better with a different manager, man, I don't buy that you couldn't have made that decision before the season, or given him another like couple weeks. Because with a new manager, do they think they're going to go from having the worst start in baseball to being contenders?
No, I mean they were never going to be contenders.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So just like, I don't know, if they're never going to be contenders. I just feel like you need to choose a path and not go into a season and just completely change that up like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
New Orleans beat the shit out of Portland last night. You think
was the final
going to
score?
ask for a trade?
Do you think who?
Damian Lillard.
Dude, he should, but I mean, just from like the little sound bites I've heard, it sounds like he likes living in Portland. He likes the team. He likes everything about
like all those things, but at the end of the day, if you want to win a championship and you don't believe that team's ever going to get you there because of the management, you'll leave.
Yeah, I mean, I think he should leave.
LeBron loves Cleveland, dog.
I'm just saying. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's
LeBron
true.
loved Cleveland, but they couldn't get him to a spot where he was going to win a championship, so he left.
Yeah, I don't know what you do about Dame. I think you should go to the East, personally.
What if, I don't know, what do the Lakers give up in a trade for him? Alonzo?
Lonzo, either Lonzo and a pick, or like Lonzo and Julius Randle's like a big question mark, isn't he?
I mean, Lakers fans want Julius Randle gone, but he's a free agent this offseason.
Is he a free agent?
I think so.
Well, no, he's on his way out. I remember reading. Wasn't sure dude. I don't think he's coming.
Andrew?
Yeah.
You think?
I don't know. Maybe he thought we were going at 4.
No, I specifically told him noon. I mean, I know he could just get out of his final or whatever. But
sorry you couldn't get your shit switched around.
It is what it is. I'm just going to die tomorrow.
So it's at 6 miles, 10K. What is it again?
6.2.
Yeah. You'll be all right.
I'll power through it.
Yeah.
Which is
I ran 4 yesterday.
Ugh.
I thought I was going to die. It was the first time I ran since like Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I'm not about it.
Yeah, I'm definitely not where we were at 6 months ago.
I'm not even in the same realm.
Yeah. I want to get back there though. That was fun when we were getting
man,
those longer
I
runs.
loved it, man. I might just because
it's fun to bust out like 6 and like feel decent afterwards.
Just because I might like kind of have to, I might end up having to go buy running shoes today and break them in tomorrow.
You still wearing the same ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I mean, is what it is. They haven't fallen off my feet yet, so they work.
Yeah, maybe do the same thing I did and like run with them and then throw them away at the end, and then go get new ones and start on those.
Maybe, but like they might fall off during this race though.
Oh,
it's like that spot. Like
my toe is
already going to be hurting from closing work tonight. I really don't want them to be hurting and then going into shitty old shoes to run a 6K or a 10K that I shouldn't be running.
That's fair.
So I don't know. All right. Well, do you want to? I don't know. Record.
Let's just do something, man. Yeah. We should do something.
I mean, I really do feel like we can do the sound bites.
I agree, but I think we need to say there's some talking.
Yeah. Hold on.
What was? Oh yeah, they did beat the shit out of them, which is so weird. Makes you see how good like Drew Holiday's like solid.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they beat the fuck out of them start to finish. It was incredible. I watched the whole game.
Who's the big guy on um the Trailblazers?
Nurkic?
Nurkic?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a guy. He came from Denver because they couldn't keep Jokic and Nurkic because they were both big men who passed. I don't know really what you
Who's
do
their
with that.
forward?
Aminu?
Yeah.
I don't know. He was probably their best player on the court last night, which sucks considering McCollum and Dame were there.
Is what say you have.
Dame, after they came out in the second half, just had like 4 turnovers in a row that were just tragic. But yeah, no, New Orleans thoroughly beat the shit out of them. Rondo and Drew Holiday better than
What do you think they do about
McCollum
Boogie?
and Lillard. What?
What do you think they keep Boogie next year?
I mean, you have to. You're already going to be over the cap, and he's Boogie. Like,
I would say Mirotic has been looking good these playoffs.
yeah, but is he as good as Boogie?
I don't know. As far as meshing, they look pretty fucking good. I didn't watch last night, but I watched the other two, and they looked.
I mean, they look
dominant.
phenomenal. I just like plug Boogie in for Mirotic, and I think that team's even better.
Yeah, but they had Boogie all year, and he like
No,
they didn't.
I mean, not with Rondo.
Yeah, that's true.
They only had Rondo, Boogie, and AD on the court for like maybe 15 games, maybe. And I mean, it was their first year together. So I mean, their first like full year together. So I mean, he had only been there almost a full year before he got hurt.
Yeah.
Not even. So I'm gonna give him some time to mesh in, and yeah, I think he's better than Mirotic. So there it is.
No, he is better than yeah.
That being said, welcome to the future / past, everybody. We're back. Mac, we're now in the future. Mac and I, Will Mosley, are here. Kind of recap the Blue Jackets game Mac got to last night. We'll get to that in a second. But yeah, so we're in the future from a couple seconds ago where you just heard us, but we're still in the past for you listening now, which we'll get to time travel some other time. We'll break that down. We'll come to
get a big whiteboard
space and time at some point in this podcast. But yeah, I think it's important. Matt got to go to his first playoff hockey game last night. Sure, that was interesting. So yeah, man, tell me all about it.
I mean, I got belligerently drunk, which was awesome. It was fun to be. It was fun. I mean, playoffs, dude. It's fun. The arena was electric. People were cheering the whole time, and then you watch your team shit the bed, and the Caps look like they might be moving on to this. Like, look like they actually want to be in the second round or even further in the playoffs. They just had it all together. They beat us in almost every facet of the game. We were aggressive, but we were just all over the place, and it was just rough to watch. So yeah, I mean, I wish I had something positive to say. But it was just a shit show from pretty much beginning to end. There were sparks here and there, but overall, not a great showing on the Blue Jackets end. But
yeah, from every time I checked the game, it just seemed to get worse and worse for you guys.
It was just like their passes were behind each other. They weren't like no pass was directly to the player where the player should be. They were just, yeah, it was miserable. They got excited about hitting each other, about hitting the other players, and Bob once again was standing on his head most of the game. He was making some incredible saves. His defense just wasn't
what it
helping
was in
him
game
out.
1 and 2.
Yeah, and even 3. So You can't win if you don't play defense and if your passes aren't crisp. And it was so now it's a series tied 2-2. Going to one game. We got next game at Washington. We got another game at Columbus, and who knows? But we'll see what happens.
We'll see about it. Update.
But it looked like a bunch of other stuff happened last night in world sports. That I got some text from you guys.
Came out
like some
beat the shit out of Hassan Whiteside.
Was he just dominant?
I mean, he was off shooting, but just Whiteside looked inept every time he got on the court. He was getting the ball stolen from him. TJ McConnell stood on his head. Like it was phenomenal. I mean, the Miami Heat are a well-coached team, but Philadelphia just has way too much talent with Embiid back on the court. Like we already talked about a second ago, New Orleans just thoroughly beat the shit out of Portland again. And Golden State just handled its business with San Antonio and just kept rolling on, which, I mean, if they get Steph back 100% next round after a full rest, that's just going to be horrifying to watch.
Where was that game? Was that in Texas or California?
That's in San Antonio.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was game 3.
But that was an interesting aura in that arena.
Yeah, no, I mean the Spurs came out on fire and kept it like real close at the beginning, and then just same
fizzled.
thing. It just took over. Just you're just Klay Thompson's an incredible shooter. Kevin Durant's an incredible scorer. Draymond's a great defensive powerhouse. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Yeah, and then we got Cleveland, Indy, Toronto, Washington, Boston, Milwaukee tonight, and the people in the future will even know how that goes. So that'll be fun to see.
What do you got prediction-wise on those games?
I think Cleveland takes it. I think Toronto takes 3-0 lead, and I think Boston takes a 3-0 lead. Man, Milwaukee shot 60% in that second game and lost.
What's that middle game? That
Toronto, Washington.
Yeah, that'll be
And I mean, it's going back to Washington, so I mean, I don't know. John Wall might just drop like 35 and 18.
Yeah,
but I doubt. I feel like Toronto is going to sweep that series. Boston's going to probably sweep their series, if not in 5 games. And then I got Cleveland taking this game. Indy might steal one more, but I don't think it'll be this one.
Yeah, I agree. I'm with you on all those picks. I can see the Cavs series going to 6. But
yeah. I don't know, or 7. It depends on if Oladipo truly wants to just become one of the top 10 players in the league out of nowhere.
Yeah, seriously.
But everybody, that's our little quick update. This is from the Nosebleed Sports Podcast on SoundCloud. That's where you can find us. And on Twitter at _the Nosebleeds. And we'll guys see you next week. Mac, you got anything?
I'm good, man.
All right. See you guys later. Love you guys.